Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Samari back at it again with another video. Now, I know I've been gone for the past couple of days. It's been a really busy week for me. You know, I'm in the middle of a big move, but I'll get to that some other time. But I do got some news to catch up on. I'm going to be talking about a lot of moves that the Raiders have made in these past couple of days, especially in this phase 2 of free agency. So before I get started with that, if this is the very first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. With that being said, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into this video.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
This video is sponsored by Raiders Hall of Famer, the GOAT, Charles Woodson, and Woodson Bourbon Whiskey. And if you're looking for some good whiskey to sip on while watching Derek Carr connect with our new star wide receiver, Davante Adams, well, don't worry, Raider Nation, the Oos got you. Head over to woodsonwhiskey.com to find a store near you or have it shipped to your door. Woodson Bourbon Whiskey. If it isn't your game day whiskey, it is now. So first up, linebacker Micah Kiser had a visit with the Raiders on Monday, and I guess it went well because he ended up signing with the team to a one-year deal, I believe so, per Michael Katz. Now, the Raiders were definitely in need of linebackers, especially with all the linebackers that have left the building, you know, with the release of Corey Littleton, who ended up signing with the Carolina Panthers, Nick Kwiatkowski, and Nicholas Morrow. Now, Kiser did play for both the Broncos and the Rams in 36 games with 11 starts, with 100 total tackles, 3 pass deflections, 1 tackle for loss, 1 quarterback hit, and 1 forced fumble. Initially, Kiser did play for the Rams, but ended his 2021 season with the Denver Broncos. Primarily, he's a special teams player, so he does provide depth in that position, and he will be joining his former and new special teams coach for the Raiders, Tom McMahon. Overall, this is a solid depth move from the Raiders, but the Raiders weren't done there because we added yet another linebacker to the linebacker room by signing linebacker Kyler Fackrell to a one-year, $1.18 million deal. Now, Fackrell has played as a 3-4 linebacker, but is versatile to play multiple positions on the defensive side of the ball. He does have experience with new Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham playing under him with the Giants in 2020. Also has a ton of experience in special teams, so he does provide depth in that aspect of the game. In his career, he's played in 86 games with 19 starts, totaling 162 tackles, 32 tackles for loss, 46 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and 23.5 sacks. Fackrell is a solid veteran linebacker signing for this team, and again provides more depth to that linebacker room that we desperately need. The Raiders now do have 5 linebackers on the roster with Micah Kiser, Kyler Fackrell, Denzel Perryman, Devon Diablo, and Justin Marsh-Lillard. In other news, the Raiders have signed our future #1 right tackle, and no, I ain't talking about Trent Baby Brown or even Morgan Moses. I'm talking about Brandon motherfreaking Parker. The team has announced earlier this week that they have re-signed Brandon Parker to a one-year deal. At least I can say that he has experience with this team already, but he ain't the answer. Parker, 26 years old, started in 13 games at right tackle and played all 17 games last season. In that time, the Raiders ranked 11th in total offense with 363.8 yards per game, including 6th in passing with 268.6 yards per game. This is a good move for the Raiders to provide depth on the offensive line because we know that we desperately need it. But if Parker is going to go into next season starting week 1 at right tackle, then we in trouble. Now, I know that there's a lot of people saying that he did get better with time along the season last year, but I honestly did not see it, and I feel like the Raiders could definitely upgrade in that position, whether it's going in free agency or going into the NFL draft and drafting someone in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. I don't care. I know we don't have the first 2 rounds, but there's still talent there that I feel like could be better than Brandon Parker. Now, Brandon Parker, to me, I feel like is more of, you know, insurance for this team if anything was to happen to anybody on the offensive line. But as a starter, I'm good on that. But that was not the only offensive line that we brought back. The Raiders announced that they have re-signed offensive lineman and Twitter legend Jermaine Illuminor. So again, these are both solid depth signing for the Raiders, especially for offensive line. I'm not saying that they should be starters because they shouldn't. They should just be backups just to provide some kind of insurance to the team. Now, I know that most of these reports and news came out a couple of days ago, but one thing I really wanted to talk about was my cousin, my family man, Marcus freaking Mariota, man. I know that he wasn't going to be a part of this team anymore, knowing that he would want to spread his wings and fly somewhere else. And speaking of wings, Marcus Mariota is actually signing with the Atlanta Falcons to a 2-year deal worth $18.75 million, man. Congratulations to the Big Oos, man. You definitely deserve it, and I hope he could go out there and ball out for that team. Now, the Falcons recently traded away their franchise quarterback Matt Ryan to the Colts, so I'm sure that he was just trying to look for a place that he could go out and start, and Atlanta, I think, is a perfect place for him. I know if he was to stay on this team, he would just be backing up Derek Carr. I do appreciate the time that he spent with this team, and the one game that he actually went out there and showed his talents, man, he went out and balled out. Selfishly, I really wish that he could have stayed a Raider for the rest of his career, but I'm more than happy for him to go out there and have a chance to start. He was definitely one of the most humblest players in the NFL, especially at a position that, you know, there's a lot of ego. He was humble to just back up Derek Carr for his time here in Las Vegas. Hashtag Mariota will always live on forever, man. But with Mariota taking his talents to Atlanta and the GOAT Nathan Peterman hitting free agency, the Raiders didn't waste any time filling in that vacancy role to back up Derek Carr at the quarterback position, because they went out and signed quarterback Garrett Gilbert. Gilbert spent time with a plethora of teams, from the Washington football team to the Dallas Cowgirls. He even played for the Raiders back in 2015. Over his career, he played in a total of 8 games with 2 starts, with 43 completions for 477 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. I'm just hoping that he ain't the only quarterback that's going to be backing up Derek Carr, but we'll see in the upcoming days whether the Raiders will go out and bring in another quarterback, whether in the draft or in free agency. Now, last up, the Raiders have also added some depth to the tight end room, signing Jacob Hollister to a 1-year deal. Hollister signed with the Patriots after going undrafted in 2017 and spent 2 years in New England before spending the next 2 years with the Seahawks. He also spent time in the offseason and preseason with the Bills last year, but didn't make the team and wound up playing 7 games for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hollister, 28 years old, has appeared in 57 games in his career, starting 12, recording 83 receptions for 708 yards and 7 total touchdowns. He is primarily a blocking tight end with a 69.3 pass blocking grade and 65.2 run blocking grade. The Raiders now have 4 tight ends on the roster with Darren Waller, Foster Moreau, Nick Bauer, and now Jacob Hollister. So with that being said, Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on the recent signing of tight end Jacob Hollister? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. After adding both Mac Hollins and Davante Adams to the wide receiver room, the Raiders snagged former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Demarcus Robinson. Now, Robinson is coming over to the Silver and Black to a 1-year deal per Jordan Schultz. Originally drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 4th round of the 2016 draft, Robinson spent his entire career in Kansas City, racking up 145 receptions for 1,679 yards and 14 touchdowns, averaging 11.6 yards per reception. Ironically, the best game of his career was against the Raiders back in 2019, where he went off catching 6 passes for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hopefully he can have more games just like that, but this time in the Silver and Black. Robinson does provide solid depth to the Raiders offense, behind guys like Davante Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and possibly Bryan Edwards. I really do like this signing for the Raiders. It's a low risk, high reward type of signing for this team. Now, since we're talking about wide receivers, there was reports going around yesterday that the Raiders have expressed interest in former Rams wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Now, whether this is true or not, my goodness, just imagine OBJ lining up across Davante Adams along with Hunter Renfrow in the slot.
My neck and my back.
Initially, I would say that this would be impossible, but seeing the way that Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels have been running free agency, nothing, and I mean nothing, is out of the realm of possibility. But I do want to get your thoughts, Raider Nation. Would you guys be open to seeing OBJ in the Silver and Black here in Las Vegas, or would you guys just pass on that? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Another huge need for the Raiders was to help bolster up this defensive line, especially with guys like Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson, and Jonathan Hankins leaving. So as of yesterday, the Raiders have signed both Vernon Butler and Kyle Peko to a 1-year deal. Butler, 27 years old, was drafted in the 1st round by the Carolina Panthers in 2016. He last played for the Buffalo Bills in 2021. In his career, Butler appeared in 76 games, tallying a total of 106 tackles, 15 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 4 pass breakups, 5 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. Butler does not provide a lot of starting experience, but he is a solid run-stopping tackle that could help this team out. Now, Peko Pacheco, on the other hand, appeared in 8 games for the Titans in 2021, starting in 3, which he recorded 12 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, 1 forced fumble, 7 pressures, 2 hurries, and 11 run stops. Now, he also did play for the Broncos, Bills, and Indianapolis Colts in his career. It is good to see another Poly on the team, but we'll see how long that lasts. Again, the signing of both Vernon Butler and Kyle Peko does provide depth on the defensive line for the Raiders. I don't expect much from them, but hopefully they could prove me wrong out there. So with that being said, what are your thoughts, Raider Nation, on the latest signing of Vernon Butler and Kyle Peko, and who do you think is next on the list for the Raiders in free agency? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If this is the very first time you come across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games straight, we in the playoff. Shout out to the Chargers fans, y'all enjoy the layoff.